Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves the makings of a good one here today. It's gonna be two of my favorite bots. In the top left, a bot with great control, it's Zoe. And in the right hand side of the map, it's a VeTerran. Really fun to watch VeTerran bot. And so we've got ourselves a TVZ, arguably the best matchup in Starcraft 2. When I think someone thinks of Starcraft 2, let's have a good old TVZ, or at least it is for me. We are on the map Equilibrium, the AI edition, and we've got, yeah, two bots that can go the distance here. They both can have longer games, so that's definitely exciting. VeTerran, I get the feeling, though, is going to be going for a double Reaper opening, which it has done in the past. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy these bot videos, go ahead and show it by slapping that like button like it owes you money. Consider becoming a YouTube member if you want to support the channel. Join the Discord, which is linked down below. And more importantly, leave a comment for the most important bot of all, the YouTube bot. And then, yeah, let's see. We've got a slow overlord crossing the map for Zoe. A third base already going on up. We'll see if either of these bots goes ahead and takes that gold base, as that is one of the features of Equilibrium. And we do have that double Reaper build coming out of VeTerran. So it'll be a good test for Zoe, although I'm sure Zoe will pass, as it's no slouch, that's for sure. VeTerran, interestingly enough, goes for like 2 Reapers, then makes a Marine, and then goes back into making more Reapers, if I recall. Just because it has a slight shortage on gas with its build. And there we have it. So, Reaper number 1 crossing the map, heading into the main base of Zoe. If you want to see some fantastic bot versus bot micro, here we go. Reaper into the main base, tosses a grenade, tries to separate one of those drones. In comes the Ling, though, going to immediately buy time. Notably, though, the Zergling pulls away right as it needs to. Reaper does kill off that Zergling, however, as it was not safe hanging out at the natural. There's now 2 Reapers out there afraid to engage this Queen, however, so maybe they're waiting for a 3rd Reaper to make that happen. Definitely need to get some more done here for VeTerran, though, to make this build worth it. There's currently 4 Reapers out, so they really should be attacking. Instead, they're just kind of dancing with the Queen. The Queen's being led very far off creep, actually, so that's potentially precarious. Yeah, the Reaper's not necessarily pooling, though. 2 more coming on in. This is where the Queen could be under fire, and here we see it. Yeah, VeTerran still afraid to engage the Queen, interestingly enough. Grenades getting tossed down. Units being softened up a little bit, but no major engagements. So this is really good for the Zerg bot. Minimal reaction to get a lot of Reapers out of VeTerran. VeTerran does have a natural base on the way. It's quite a bit delayed, though. It's got a siege tank out. Tanks are very darn good against Zerg bots. Lings are being softened up by the Reapers. No drones, though, and only 5 Ling kills. Not enough to justify the 4 Reapers, so maybe VeTerran's Reaper control needs a little bit of work in that regard, just in as far as how much it commits. Maybe there's further thinking from VeTerran, just in regards to always having them out on the map. They're very quick, making it hard for the Zerg bots to engage, I imagine, so this will allow VeTerran to have a presence on the map for quite a while. The odd Ling is going to get picked off here and there until these Reapers perish. Triple Spores on the way for Zoe, so it is investing a lot into that defense. Its economy is starting to zoom, though, with that fast 3rd it got. It's making Roaches, making Lings now. VeTerran's actually looking to push on out, however, with its tank, with a couple of Widow Mines and a Raven, so going very aggressive early on. A lot of injured up Reapers. I imagine that's from engaging Roaches, and it is. This one Roach has the signs of skirmishing with those Reapers. A Ling trying to get on into scout. We'll see the base, but not too much else. It is really pulling VeTerran back home, though, so That's a big big delay on this potential attack from the blue bot. Ling's eating a tank shot. Roach is potentially going to eat a tank shot too, though. That Ling gets taken out. In go the Lings. The tank unsieges, trying to escape. Probably the right move, as those Lings were looking for a surround. The tank is going to re-siege. VeTerran wants to push into its opponent. There is Burrow, but there's also a Raven, so that's not going to save that Roach, so it does just get killed underground. Good micro back on the Marines. The Medivac healing up as much as it can. The tank cannot be microed, though, so that does perish. All in all, I think a good trade, though, for VeTerran. It does lose the tanks, though. VeTerran looking to push on in still. Making an odd grouping of units. Creep Tumors getting cleaned on up. Queen's now getting pressured a little bit here. Reapers, Marines poking in. There's an auto turret that gets tossed on down. Zoe is looking to run around, but not having enough units to deal with this push, so the fourth base for Zoe really being worked on. Not sure if it'll be cancelled or not. We see the couple of Reapers going to the main base. That's going to pull some of the units there. And this game is really heating on up here. 5 Roaches are grouped up, though. That seems to be enough to deal with this small number of Terran units at this point, though. And yeah, more and more Roaches are coming out, so VeTerran will be getting pushed back. We're heading into the next stage of the game, though, as a Banshee is on the way. That's going to help counter the Roaches. Then VeTerran still pushing out across the map with its units. It's heading into +1. It's got Combat Shield on the Marines. Stim Pack on the way as well. Just 2 basing it for now. And Zoe, though, on 5 bases. So while there's been a lot of pressure, there has not been enough damage for VeTerran. So the Zerg bot is going to be a Zerging soon, I feel. And that's not necessarily a good thing here for VeTerran. It's got a 3rd base on the way, but it is very significantly behind in the economy. It's very significantly behind if you look at this like a traditional Starcraft 2 game. Of course, it's a bot game, so there's a little more wiggle room for these bots to come back or snatch victory, so to speak. But all in all, Zoe doing what these good Zerg bots do, and that is just holding on in the early game, using the Zerg macro mechanics to get up insane economies, and it has definitely done that. Now all of a sudden, VeTerran going to be on the defensive end of things, I think, for at least a while. We see Crosabals takes out one of those Widow Mines. There is the Banshee in the sky. That will help push this army back, and it does do a good job of that. Crosabal does get dodged there. Good micro from VeTerran. A Viking in the sky, killing that Overseer. Banshee helping chase these Roaches all the way home. So VeTerran's going to look to push on out, but it's still very far behind in supply. Zoe is investing a ton in production and tech, in more hatcheries, but it's still got a good amount of units, so I'm not sure it's in too much danger. There's the Queens, which will help push the Banshee away, and that really is the one thing that VeTerran has going for it. It's got this one tank, able to get some good shots off. The Marines are trading quite well, so VeTerran getting a decent trade, particularly with the +1 attack on this bio. The Medivac's healing up as well. This tank is going to re-siege up, so I mean, I may have spoken too soon when I said Zoe was probably safe. Another tank is coming forward, and we all know how much trouble bots have when it comes to dealing with tanks. The production for Zoe should be insane off the back of these 91 drones. VeTerran, though, has got a really good foothold. This base is being worked on. There's more Ravagers popping out, more Crosabals. Reapers are still being utilized, and that has got to be one of the biggest differences as far as bots and human plays go. It's that those Reapers will never stop being controlled, whereas at some point human players just say, I've got too much going on, I can't micro my Reapers. 9 minutes into the game, though. VeTerran can, however. Looks like this position is being broken, though, and the tanks are getting pushed back as, yeah, the bio buffer for VeTerran just got whittled down, and Zoe was able to hold on. It did lose a base. It's got plenty in its pocket still, though, so not doing too bad. VeTerran is chugging along, though, with its own macro, getting up a bunker, getting up a 4th base. Gonna have to hold on against potential counter damage. Still no real answer for those Banshees, though, so I don't think VeTerran's in too much immediate danger, as, yeah, still just mainly Roaches for Zoe. Okay, in comes Zoe. The 4th base could potentially be cancelled. The bunker, though, the Banshee, though, seems to be enough for VeTerran. The age of the Banshee will be coming to an end, however, as Zoe's got Infester who's on the way. Got a Hydra, got multiple Hydras popping out. That will open up big-time aggression for Zoe. We do see Zoe go into quite a choke point, though, against Widowmines, Banshees, and just the entire Terran army. The Banshees reigning supreme down on this army. Everything really getting picked off, so the defender seems to be doing best in this game so far. We've got Hyperflight Rotors on the way for VeTerran. We see a counterattack queued up by Zoe. I love to see that. This is not everything, not something that every bot has got programmed into it. So it's going to pull back some of VeTerran's units. We see multiple groups of Lings being assigned, trying to get some damage done. VeTerran is responding to it pretty darn well, though, not completely pulling its entire army back, and not pulling back at all, actually, as it's getting aggressive with Cyclones, with these Banshees. I'm not sure how much success they'll have, but this bot simultaneously dealing with multiple prong harassment and also getting aggression on its opponents, so doing pretty well for itself. We do see the Hydras, though, pushing these Banshees away big time. VeTerran really going to need to rely on tanks at this point, I feel, in order to trade out efficiently against this Zerg army. There is 1-1 on this Terran bio, 1-1 for the Zerg. The Marines are being microed incredibly well. Widowmine's going off. Great trade there for VeTerran. And the unit segmentation for this bot is looking real darn good. It's defending again. It's controlling the Banshees independently. It's got this group of bio assigned to the front, constantly poking the Zerg. Army supplies relatively close to each other. We have one tank out, getting some good shots off. Hydra's almost killing it after eating a lot of big shots, though. This army pushing on the front was joined up by a tank. They can't really trade out with these Hydras too well. Although, I mean, I think I spoke too soon yet again, as, yeah, the bio, the Banshees trading out all right. Army supplies still close to each other. VeTerran plowing ahead on 4 bases. Zoe still on an insane, I'm not even going to try and count that many. I think it's like, yeah, it's a good number of bases for Zoe. It doesn't have to worry about its economy for a long time. We'll see if VeTerran ever gets up a 5th base or not. That's a question. A battle cruiser is on the way now, however, and 3 starports are out, so we could see big-time battle cruiser production, and we all know how well those trade against Zergs. Zoe moving forward, lots of Hydras, Infestors on the ground. The Infestors, of course, will be a good answer to the battle cruisers. We see a big fungal go down, catching a lot of those Marines. A tank getting sieged up in this choke point, but there's not enough of a buffer for it, and it actually elects to retreat. No retreat, though. It's now on the enemy team. We see another great fungal go down for Zoe, and then Medivacs being caught. The tank will actually come unknurled for a second and almost kill off its host. No, kill off its parasite, I guess. I know there's an actual word for it when you take control of something, like those cordyceps fungus do, something like that. Anyway, we see Zoe getting up yet another hatchery, pretty much literally taking all the bases on its side of the map. VeTerran still not able to take another base. Looks like a burrowed Ling denying that, so it's going to have to clean that up eventually. Well, I imagine it's got the behavior to do that. There is a lot going on, however, so the bot could be getting pulled in too many different directions. We see BCs trying to trade out with these Hydras. That's not going to happen, though, as that battle cruiser gets neural parasited. It's now the enemy. It does have tactical jump, however, but Zoe elects to use the tactical jump. Just teleports the BC actually into the same spot, I guess, to make sure that it can't retreat. Ties a fungal up. The Hydras kill it, so actually a great move by Zoe. In comes all these Marines, though, trading against Hydras with little support. They actually slaughter them all. Great move for VeTerran. I'm still a little concerned for VeTerran. It's building lots of missile turrets, but it's yet to get up a 5th base. We see it trying again and again. This burrowed Ling is causing problems, though. We see lots of tanks sieged up, Infestors digging around. multiple bases potentially going to go down here for Zoe, as VeTerran is just not slowing down. I'm talking about the economy, and it's just going for blood. Battle cruisers flying on in while this is going on. And these bot games are really just becoming incredible to watch at this point, as the BC is now attacking on in. Zoe's taking big hits to its economy as its gold, while Almost Mined Out is not mining at all due to the presence of a Hellbat. Due to this battle cruiser flying on in, the BC's getting more and more upgrades coming too, so they'll trade better and better. We see more and more Hydras are on the way for Zoe. Supply for VeTerran is starting to fall, actually. A little bit concerning that it's down to 160 supply. It's denied a lot of Zoe's mining. In it comes, going to use a Yamato cannon on that Spore Crawler. Getting chased by the Hydras, will have to teleport out. Does actually just make it out. Insane teleport there. Props to the developer for knowing the exact correct threshold, it seems. That BC now getting repaired on up. There is only 2 BCs out. There has been one that's perished this game, so VeTerran not getting perfect trades with them. And the army for Zoe is still remaining incredibly scary. VeTerran yet to secure up another base. This is becoming just, it's worth its weight in gold, this Zergling here. As, just constantly denying the expansion, and VeTerran needs to get that up, but it's just not putting 2 and 2 together. It's got to have the behavior that it deals with this. Like, there's no way a Terran level bot, or a Terran bot this high level, does not have behavior to deal with that. Something's just got to be going on, that it's not scanning or not assigning a unit to deal with that. It's just working out so well for Zoe, as VeTerran will start to run out of steam here. The main base is mined out, the natural is mining out. The third is actually already running out of those rich mineral patches, so VeTerran will have a harder and harder time getting more and more units out. This SCV has tried to build this base probably 100 times, just every time it fails due to that Zergling. In comes Zoe now, getting aggressive. VeTerran on the back foot. It's got a bunker, got a siege tank defending this location. However, the trades definitely have not been going Zoe's way this game, but if VeTerran can't keep an economy, that won't matter, and it does lose its 4th base economy. We see Yamato cannons going down. VeTerran says that battle cruiser's been compromised. Delete it, as it fires on its own ship and kills it before it can kill any of its own. We see VeTerran once again trying to push across the map. I feel like it's going to run out of steam, though. Another great neural parasite going down, however, as Zoe's just control is insane to watch. That BC probably going to teleport. Where is it going to teleport to? No, it doesn't teleport under the control of the Infestor, and it does escape, but we see VeTerran, yeah, not able to replace these units. It's coming on in. It's pushing this base, but even if Zoe loses this base, VeTerran is running out of steam. A Widow Mine was burrowed over in that location. Still not dealing with this Zergling. It's heartbreaking to see bots lose games that they could potentially win to fatal flaws like this. So, unfortunate by VeTerran. It's now building a turret. Where's it building at? No, not at the right base. Sometimes, I believe, bots build turrets so they can see these units. Yeah, so, big sad, in other words, for VeTerran. In come all the Hydras. I'm not sure if it's going to have the units to hold on this time. A beautiful fungal goes down from Zoe. Zoe taking VeTerran's bases, denying it its own. And I'd love to see a rematch between these bots in which VeTerran properly deals with that Zergling there. And if the bot author is watching and can potentially comment as to why it didn't deal with that Zergling, I'd love to know. I imagine it's got the behavior, just maybe something wasn't triggering. Maybe the Raven was supposed to go there, but it has constantly been getting re-tagged or something. Who knows? Anyway, VeTerran unfortunately going to fall here. Great play by Zoe, doing exactly what it needs to. And yeah, I'll definitely cast a rematch between these two. Maybe after VeTerran gets a patch, or who knows, maybe this was a one-off thing. It was incredible to watch this bot game, though. We had multi-prong harassment, just attacks all the time. And I'll say this was as exciting as a good pro game, I feel. Just really unsure of who was going to win until that bug happened for VeTerran. hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Join the Discord that's linked down below. Consider becoming a YouTube member. And leave a comment that says more bots if you want to see more bots. Unfortunately, these Marines have nowhere left to go unless they load into that medivac and ride off into the sunset. They're going to die like warriors, though. As that will be that. I'll see you guys next time.